Hiya, how are you? Look at those gorgeous green eyes. What's up, everybody? Tardy, Sloth here, back with another episode of ARK Survival Evolved. Hiya, how are you? Look at those gorgeous green eyes. Okay, anyway, so we're back, and we are going to start anew. We have wiped the server fresh. We have decided that. Oh, hey, little buddy. Let's hold on. Let's leave him on neutral. We have decided that playing the game like it's meant to be played, no mods. This is just straight up vanilla on the island, guys. Straight up vanilla on the island. We started off, we are level 1. We have been sitting for a while. Gravis came in and showed me where the base was that he had already started making. Don't worry, we're going to make our own. We're going to go off somewhere and find our own base. We're going to use one of those Pteranodons just to scope out the place, or shoot one of our own. Shoot one of our own down. We're going to knock one out. We have a crossbow. Gravis was nice enough to give us some armor, some hide armor, nothing fancy. We got a crossbow, a metal hatchet, metal pick, metal sickle, a spyglass. So that's what we decided to do. We took that stuff as a gift, and it's going to help us out immensely in the starting out phases. We decided this is the most fun that we've ever had. It's playing ARK Vanilla the way it's meant to be played. No crazy mods, nothing like that. We say, the mods are nice. The mods are fun, don't get me wrong. We like the mods. We like the dragons. We like the wyverns. We like the ARK Comes Alive, Anunnaki Genesis. It's all good. There's nothing that we have really seriously to gripe about when it comes to those mods. The only thing that we have an issue with is the fact that disable. Yeah, don't follow me right now, buddy. The only issue we have with that is that it takes away from the actual play. The playing of the game, that you have to use certain dinos. In the beginning, you need to knock out a Dillo to walk around. That's why he's named Bodyguard. And he just happened to be a level 100 or 101 or something like that. He came up on me. I shot him twice. It only took 2 narco arrows, surprisingly. Gravis gave us a few of those as well. As you can see, I only have 5 left. So I only had 7 to begin with. Luckily, it only took 2 narco arrows to knock this guy out, and then we got some meat on him, and that's that. Now we have a pretty good high-level 134 Dilophosaurus, and we're going to pump his health a little bit. But, yeah, this new animation that they make when they get a level is pretty cool. But we're going to go ahead and we are going to get some stuff made. What we're going to do is basically start off. I want to give you guys a little bit of a show. Let's say, how do we start off playing ARK Survival Evolved? What if you're a beginner and you're new to this and you're not going to play on a server with all kinds of mods and things like that? What are some of the things that you need to know to survive, to make this game fun and not die every 5 seconds? And the first thing you do when you log in, you're going to be naked, of course, but just run along the beach here and just hit E. It's just going to collect up any of the rocks that are on the beach here. See, like that. Any stones. We have all the gather rates turned to 5x. We have some quality of life things going on. There are no mods at this time, although I think we are going to put maybe 1 or 2 little quality of life mods. What I mean by that is things that are going to make the game more fun while not making it so grindy. You know what I mean? So we're going to have like a meat spoiling bin, and we're probably going to have the S Plus mod in order to make the building of the base a little bit more tolerable and a little less grindy. So we're not going to take 100 hours to build things. And also when it comes to like taming a Bronto, for instance, that taming a Bronto vanilla, no multipliers or anything, could take 2 days, real time, 2 days to tame this stupid thing up. And no one has that kind of time. We all have jobs, we all have families, we have stuff to do, IRL things. So we figured turning up the timers and things like that, adding some quality of life mods are going to help a little bit and make it more fun. But we're going to go ahead and show you guys some of the things that you need to be doing if you are new to the game, if you are just starting out. Some just beginner's tips. First thing to do, like I said, gather up stone. Just gather up a bunch of stone like this. Just run along, pressing E as you go. Look for these bushes right here, the ones that are slightly taller. Hit E on those, and just you can hold it down until it goes away. And you're gonna get berries. You're gonna get fiber. And basically, what you need to do is when you go in your eye, you get enough berries and fiber. You go to your craftables. Start getting your levels, and when you level up, get your ingrams. Let's go ahead and do that now. Let's level up some. Let's just do health for now and weight. You're gonna need weight. Oh crap! I didn't mean to do that. You're gonna need weight to carry a lot of stuff. At first, you're not gonna have a dino to put everything on to carry all the weight for you. You're gonna have to do it yourself. So the first we do have the Ingram points turned up. As you can see, there's 2,600 Ingram points. I can learn pretty much everything I need to learn. You want a campfire to cook your meat, and also to keep you warm. And when it's cold, you stand by the fire, and it'll keep you warm, so you don't lose HPs, because you will lose HPs from it being too cold. You want to get a stone hatchet. You want to get a spear to keep, kill things that are coming after you if you need to. And of course, you want to get your basic armor things going on as much as you can with the points that you have. Now, if you don't have the rates turned up, you're not going to have all these Ingram points, so you're not going to be able to get everything you need to do right now. But we're going to go ahead, and a water skin is nice to hold water. So a sleeping bag is nice. It's a one-time use, for if you die, you can respawn at the sleeping bag, but it only works once. So remember, if you die and you respawn at a sleeping bag, you're going to have to make another one. Or go ahead and make the simple bed. You can learn the simple bed as soon as you learn this. Simple bed requires a little bit more materials, but it's not that much more, and it can be used infinite number of times until it gets, or unless it gets destroyed by something, which can happen. So a slingshot is a good thing to have early on. You can it uses the stones that you've gathered up, and you can knock out dinos with that instead of just punching them. Luckily for us, we have a couple other members of the tribe on the server, and they've already played a little bit. And I think Gravis is level 50 already. So he gave us some narcotic arrows that were able to knock out that Dilophosaurus. Otherwise, I don't think we would have been able to with a slingshot. He would have killed us. Mortar and pestle is good for grinding up things, making your narcotics. In order to make your narcotic arrows, you need. Well, we'll go over that later. Spark powder is a good thing. The spark powder is used to fuel your forges to make metal ingots and things like that. Narcotics, obviously, you're going to need those. Paintbrush, blood extraction syringe. This is more PvP kind of stuff. You don't necessarily need this right away. In fact, I don't think I've ever used one, ever. Paintbrush is good for painting dinos or painting your house if you want to do something like that. I don't necessarily, have to. Standing torches are good outside your house. If you want to shove spark powder in there, you can. If you want to put wood in or thatch in there, you can. It will burn either way. Spark powder will obviously last a little bit longer than wood or thatch. Wood lasting longer than thatch, and so on and so forth. But it will help when it's dark out, when it's nighttime, and you're trying to find your way back to your base. It may help you a little bit if you see a light to go towards that light. But all the foundations and things like that, obviously when you get to a certain level, you will unlock new Ingrams that you can use. I don't think let me just make sure. Usually the Ingrams or the mods are at the bottom of the list. Yeah, he hasn't put anything on there. A note is something that you can use, put in a cooking pot if you want to create your own recipe, or write down the recipes that you're going to need for certain things, just as a reminder to yourself. You can do that. You can stick these on dinos in case you wanted to remember what level the dino was before you tamed it and what level it tamed out at. That way, when you get into much later on, when you get into the breeding of the dinos, you'll know what level they started off at, which is important when it comes to breeding. Wooden club is another way to knock things out. If you can't use a slingshot or don't have a slingshot, a wooden club, you can also knock things out. It's a little bit more powerful than a punch, but not much more. We're just gonna. I don't need panel flags. That's just for decorations and things like that. So now we've got all the Ingrams. When you go into your inventory, you click on craftables, and it'll show you all the different things. At the very beginning, show all is a lot easier because you don't have that many to begin with, and you can go ahead and double click to make yourself a water skin, or highlight it and hit craft item to see if we can craft 4 of these, and that takes hide and fiber. We've got hide from the animal we killed, and we got fiber from just gathering up these plants right here. They give out fiber too. You can also access the craftables menu by hitting, whoa, you can't anymore. You used to be able to hit Z. I guess you can't do that anymore. So I is your inventory menu, of course, craftables right here, and you can see all the things that we can make. We do have a full set of armor right now, but so we don't need it. But in order to craft that, you just need fiber. And the boots cost a little bit of hide as well, and I think the gloves too, yeah. So a hide sleeping bag is hide and fiber. We're going to need more hide. In order to get hide, we need to kill some animals. Um, so yeah, that's just just a little bit to start off with. What we're going to do now is go into, we've already got a bed made, we've got a campfire made, and what we can do, let's just show you how. Let's grab some meat off of this guy. I think he's got plenty. Yeah, you do. Let's grab some of the meat off of this guy, and we're going to go over to the campfire. We're going to stick the meat inside the campfire, and we're going to put some wood in there, but I don't have any freaking wood. Do you have wood on you, dude? Nope. Thatch. Thatch is good too. Thatch burns just like wood. It just burns faster than wood, so it doesn't last as long. You're going to light the fire, and that will start cooking your meat into cooked meat, which is a lot better for you. Obviously, you can eat raw meat, but you don't want to because it'll make you sick. So you do this, you get cooked meat out of it, you put your cooked meat in your inventory right here, and whenever you're hungry, you see it down on their hotbar there, number 2. And I am hungry, so I need to go ahead and eat this. And as you can see, it will fill your food meter back up here to 100. The next thing to do, maybe to learn, is spark powder. In that case, you need a mortar and pestle, and you need flint, and you need stone. We have some stone, so let's go ahead and stick it in there, but we need to get some flint. In order to get to some flint, just go up to one of these clusters of rocks, or one of the bigger rocks like one over there. You can use either one. You pull out your metal, or not your metal pick, you're not going to have a metal pick, you're going to have a stone pick. And just start whacking away at it. The pick will get you more flint and metal. The hatchet will get you more stone. Okay, so when you come up to one of these things, and let's just go ahead and... The hatchet is going to get you stone, as you can see. The pick's going to get you flint. And possibly a little bit of metal. This one is taking forever. Wow, there's a lot of... There's a metal. Every once in a while from normal rocks you will get a metal. But you'll see as we progress, we'll teach you where the metal nodes are, what they look like, and things like that. So we're going to go back over the mortar and pestle. We're going to stick all the stone in there. We're going to stick all the flint in there. And there we have the recipe is highlighted now for spark powder. And we can make 68. Just go ahead and make them all. And mix them in batches of 2 each. And you can use the spark powder to fuel your preserving bin, which keeps your meat from spoiling faster. Keeps your berries from spoiling. Keeps, and you want to keep your narco berries and even spoiled meat. Spoiled meat is important because in order to make narcotics, you need to use spoiled meat and narco berries. And we have some narco berries in here, so let's just go ahead and show you that as well. Stick the narco berries in there with your spoiled meat that you have. Go into consumables and then drugs. There you go, narcotics, 20 narcotics. It does take 5 berries, or 5 berries and 1 spoiled meat. Let's keep that in mind. You're going to have to multiply whatever you have in spoiled meat by 5, and that's how many berries you're going to need in order to make a narcotic. And crafting things like this is a great way to start off. It's relatively simple to do. Go around with your pick or your hatchet, get as much stone and flint as you can, and just start making spark powder. You will get experience every time you make a spark powder, and you will get levels, and you'll start to notice the levels will go up faster and faster and faster. And when you get to level 10, you unlock a whole new, look at this, 1, 2, 3, 3.5, 4 rows of engrams that you can use. And then just the more, you just keep going on and on and find out what the next thing you can do to level up is. Oh, there's a super turkey. It's the holidays, guys, and the super turkeys are out and about. But guess what? That thing's level 250, and I'm not touching it because that thing will kill me so fast. I remember last year when they did this. Oh, the bodyguard has some levels too. Let's put melee damage on him. 2 levels. There you go. I love the little animations they make when they get a level now. It's so cool. But yeah, so basically that's a good way to start off. I think that's good for a first episode. Gather stone, gather flint, gather berries, gather fiber, gather thatch. Another thing, maybe really quickly, Let's see if we can find a tree or a piece of driftwood over here. The pick is going to get you different things. Like I mentioned with the stone, the pick will get you more flint than stone, and the hatchet will get you more stone than flint. The same thing goes for wood or trees or driftwood or things like that. The hatchet's going to get you more wood, and the pick's going to get you more thatch than wood. That was a bad example. See, a lot more thatch than wood with the pick than you do with the hatchet. So it's good to know what tool you need to use in order to get what you need. If you need to build wooden foundations and you need more wood, use your hatchet. If you need to get more thatch because you need to build thatch foundations, use your pick. You're still going to get a little bit of both, but it's good to know what does what. And like I said, look at all this thatch that's in here. We can go ahead and stick some wood in here instead. And the things that you use to burn thatch, wood, the only thing other than spark powder, spark powder doesn't produce anything, but thatch and wood burning produces charcoal. And charcoal is something you would also put into mortar and pestle and use that. We'll go over that at a different date because we don't have the Ingram for that right now. But spark powder and one other item that we haven't gotten into yet will create gunpowder, and that's what you would use to make bullets when you get into the gun phase. So we have another level. See what I'm saying? You get levels so fast. It's ridiculous. Let's do a little fortitude though, because we want to make sure that we can survive those cold nights and those hot days and hot locations. That turkey is freaking me out. So let's check our campfire. Look at that. We got all the meat has cooked up now. Let's go ahead and put out the fire to save this thatch. We don't need it. There's some spoiled meat. We'll take that and put it in the preserving bin so we can use it the next time we need to make narcotics. And we'll put the spark powder in there as well. The spark powder is what fuels the preserving bin and keeps everything fresh as possible. Let's go ahead and put our water skin in the 0 slot. And this is just a little bit of added food. You can eat the berries that you collect, guys. If you go around to a bush and you hit E on one of the bushes and you collect a bunch of berries and you're hungry and you don't have enough to make a campfire, or you are in a place where you can't make a campfire, or you just don't have any meat to cook on a campfire, berries are another alternative that you can use to replenish your health. And you can just sit there and eat them, and your food will go up, as you can see. The only thing I would stay away from, do not eat the white berries. You can. If you're running from something and you're running out of stamina, pop some of these white berries and your stamina bar will refill itself. It will start to refill itself slowly, and it'll help you if you need to keep running away from something without losing stamina. But it will make you very thirsty. It will dehydrate you, and you will lose. You can use it also to, like I said, get extra stamina, but it will make you thirsty, so your water will automatically go down. And that is something we need to do right now because our water is at 24 out of 100. In order to refill your water, simply walk into the ocean. Submerge yourself for a few seconds. You can see there in the right hand corner, the water goes up. If you're standing knee high or waist high in the water, you just hit the button that is 0, as you see in the bottom there, and it fills up your water skin. The water skin can be used, if you just hit E, to drink later on if you need to refill your water again. And it does lose water over time. It does leak, so you want to get into water jars eventually, and eventually canteens when you get up that high. But that's a story for another day. That's a day for another video. But I think that's it, guys. That's what we're going to do. That's the very first beginners. Tune in tomorrow. We're going to do a little bit more on how to start off in ARK Survival Evolved and how to survive properly without dying so many times. But yeah, that's it for today. If you guys like the video, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the like button, and we'll see you guys again tomorrow.